Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome back to my channel. It's November 2nd, which means it's sheet load time. I get so excited for this day each month. So here is November 2021 sheet load of cards from Alicia at Call Me Crafty Al. And so if you want these instructions, please go over to her site. I'll have it linked below. So to this month, she really focused on 6x6 paper pads, and then you just need a few sheets of 8.5 by 11 for matting and for your card bases. But I switched it up, and ignore my printer. So that's not what it's supposed to look like in the top right. All right, I have this kit and I'm trying to use it up. So I want to use all the enamel dots, all the 6x6 paper, and I thought I would use these chipboard embellishments, but I ended up using the cardstock stickers. You'll see that later. So yeah, I think I had 12 sheets of this paper left. Well, actually I had 14. So I had these two with these cut aparts, which I am going to use in my design today. And then aside from that, I had 12 whole sheets. So I just pulled them all out of the paper pad, flipped them to the side initially that I wanted for my background. So these are the papers, and I am going to make mini slimlines today. And I found a paper hack. Thank you for this sketch. Okay, so for paper pads like this that have the hole at the top and the extra space, because these aren't exactly 6x6, right? Because of that top branding strip. So the first thing I did is I cut all my paper down to 3 inches. So this is going to be 3x6, right? So these are all 3x6 that I'm cutting right now. These are going to be my background. So I totally used the sketch as inspiration, but I also was able to come up with this hack that uses the whole sheet of paper. Okay, so now these are the strips I have left over. I took and cut off this one, and this is when the hack was born. I realized this is 1.5 inches, and I can use my centerpiece to cover up that hole, and then I'm left with a 2-inch strip, which is magic in card making, in my opinion. So that's what I did. So I go along and I'm gonna use every inch or centimeter of this paper now. So now I'm gonna have all these 1.5 inch strips that have that circle at the top, where it would hang like on a hook in a store. And then I have all these 2-inch strips. Well, it works out perfectly that the 2-inch strips are going to mat the 1.5 inch strips, like so. And now I have used the entire sheet of paper. And you know, this is where double-sided paper is a workhorse. If you guys are on the fence about double-sided paper, I encourage you to get off it, because it is a workhorse in the craft room. It has so many possibilities. And when you find a sketch like this, you don't have to worry about, well, I don't know which side I like most, so I don't know which side I want to use, or this one, both sides are so pretty, I don't want to cover one up. If you find a sketch like this, you don't have to cover one up. You get to use both sides, because what I did is just flipped them over. So now don't overthink it. Like here I was kind of getting stuck in my head and overthinking it, and then I was like, hey, get out of your head, just pick something and move on. That's just like this, just do that. But what I was doing was switching them up. So for the 1.5 strip and the 3-inch strip, I just simply flipped it over. I didn't make any changes at all. So like this one right here, the red and the tractor, those are all one sheet of paper. It's just the tractor is the other side of the red, right? Now with the 2-inch strips, I did change them up. I brought in variety for obvious reasons. I didn't want any duplicate patterns from those two sides. So I just think this is such a great way. If you have a bunch of 6x6 paper pads and you want to smash them, this would be a great hack. I think I'm going to borrow my own hack and try to get through some of my 6x6 paper pads. So today I used these cut aparts that were from the paper pad, and I used some, these are the cardstock stickers that come in the kit. So this is all the Club EP, the Echo Park kit. It's a bi-monthly kit, and it's amazing. It comes with 12 by 12 paper, which is my favorite part, plus tons of embellishments, usually a 6x6 paper pad. This month we got a photopolymer stamp set. So it is awesome. I'm so happy with this subscription. So basically I didn't have enough of those 3x3 cut aparts. I only had 8, and I'm making 12 cards. So what I did is I took these cardstock stickers and I put them on a heavyweight cardstock, and then I made my own centerpieces. So now I'm just going through and matching these up, and see how these are going to cover up that center, and it gives the same kind of look as Call Me Crafty Owl's SheetLoad. Like, it is very much kindred and connected to that. It's just, I kind of just lucked into this by changing the dimensions, and I really liked how quickly the process went. And I had very little waste. Well, I had no waste from my pattern paper. And I really had no waste when I cut my card bases. So let me tell you how I did that real quick as I'm still matching these pieces up. I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, and on the 11-inch side, I cut it at 6. So then that leaves me a 4-inch strip, which would be perfect for slimline fronts. And then on the 8.5 side, I cut it at 6.5. So it was a great way to cut my mini slimline card bases and get the most out of my cardstock. So here are the cards. I did use my cardstock stickers for the inside. I kept the insides pretty simple but fun. And I did decide to put everything in the middle. That way I can just write a real simple note on one side and sign it on the other and get these off in the mail. I had so much fun. I cannot wait to see what the rest of the collaboration team is going to do. I enjoy this so much. You guys make sure to hop along and see what everyone's created. Everyone will be linked down below. And try this out if you like making mini slimline cards, or you have a bunch of 6x6 paper. Use this. Use Call Me Crafty Owl's cutting instructions. Of course, they'll make beautiful A2 size cards, and you'll get to use up your 6x6 paper with those as well. So here's everything that I used up for my kit today. So I have nothing left of my 6x6 paper pad. It's gone, which is fantastic. I used almost all of my cardstock stickers. Yay. And I used all my enamel dots. So it's a win. See you guys next time.